Hi guys, this is Pernilla from Taking My Life Back. So first of all, I just wanted to, I don't know, apologize, whatever. Today I'm very natural because I don't wear makeup today, and the only reason for that is just that it's Sunday, and I just don't wear makeup on Sundays. There's nothing really scientific behind it. I just like to have one day of the week where I don't wear any makeup because I kind of figure that it, gives my skin a day off to breathe a little bit. Now that I wear like tons of makeup still. So yes, I don't wear makeup on Sundays unless I'm invited to like some kind of event, and then I won't just wear makeup on Saturdays. Like a habit I've had for really, really many years. And it just kind of gives, I think, my skin, a break, a weekend, a breather a little bit so it can, rest a little bit before we start a new week. So that's just the reason for that. So today I wanted to talk a little about, so yesterday we talked about doing something just for you. And I wanted to kind of, build further in that today. Because maybe when you saw my video yesterday, you're like, oh, but what should I do just for me? I don't have any ideas. So I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. Very often it's really nice to actually go, like, I don't know, go have your hair cut or do your nails or whatever. It can be something like that, really basic, but something that makes you feel like $1,000,000 when you walk out of the store, basically. So if you go and have your hair cut, I would just suggest that you go and have, the hair that like you want it, not ask your husband or your kids or whatever, what they suggest, but think about what you want to have done and then go for it. Maybe it'll be like a big change that you've been thinking about for a really long time and you didn't, have the courage to do. Or maybe go and have your nails done. And for me personally, when I go out, I have my nails done, and when I come out, I just feel like $1,000,000. You need to have that step where you feel like, oh my God, I feel so great about myself. And it's a really small thing, but it kind of helps you getting into the rhythm of doing things just for you. It's not selfish to want to go to the hairdresser or to have your nails done. It's just really nice. And it's nice to get back to thinking about you also. So when you're in a different location than your house to do something for you, then also the members of your family, they won't like ask you a lot of stuff because you're just not there. And it's fine, and they'll get, by perfectly well without you. But it's just something that, helps you think about, oh, if I do this, I'm going to feel really good afterwards. And it can be something as, nails, feet, hair, whatever, a massage, whatever. But it can be something like that. But it can also be just to, if it's your thing, just to read a book, or maybe go to the beach and read a book. I don't know where you live, or to the park or something like that. It can be go for a walk or something just for you. But it doesn't have to be like a huge change. It can just be, having something done for you as well. It can be really small, but these really small changes or these really small things that you put in as a habit, it really works to help you also more naturally think about yourself, and putting yourself into the equation. Like, I used to have my nails done before, and then I had my kids, and I just didn't do it anymore. And I didn't want to have nails like, any chemicals on my body while I was pregnant and all these things. So I recently started having my nails done again, and I'd actually forgotten how great I felt about my hands when I have my nails done. I know it's really strange, but it's just like that. And actually, my husband doesn't really like it, like having these long nails. He likes it when I have them natural. But honestly, I couldn't grow like long nails even if my life depended on it. They're like all soft and they'll just rip off and whatever. And it just, I just really can't keep them. So it is what it is. But so actually having nails done, not for my husband or for anybody else, but just for me because I really like it. And when you get it, like when I get out of the salon and then I have my new nails and like all pretty, I just feel different, you know? I just have that spring in my step, and when I take things, I like take them differently, and I just feel like $1,000,000, and it's just nails. I know it's not changing my whole what I look like, but it just makes me feel really good. So I actually do these nails for me, not for anybody else, and it feels really, really great. And nails, you have to go back every month or every 3 weeks to, have them done again. So it's something that I've now put into my schedule that I'm gonna do this for me, and it's that time I set off. It's just for me, and I'm just gonna put it in my schedule because when you have an appointment, then you can't just say, oh, I'm just not gonna go. No, you kind of have to go. So that's something that works really well, and I feel great about it. And whatever people think about it, it is what it is. But I really, really feel differently when I have my nails like all pretty and nice and whatever. So it can be something as basic as that. Have your feet done as well. You put in your new done feet in like little sandals in the summer. It feels nice. Just feels nice. But it doesn't have to be like a revolution. It just be really small things. So in that spirit, I would say, I actually wanted to talk to you about something that I really wish I had known more about before, because I think it would really have helped me out, especially when the twins were small. And it's something that I do now all the time, but I really wish somebody would have explained this to me before. So I wanted to talk to you about meditation today. So I know a lot of you are gonna be like, oh my God, meditation, that's like hippies that they sit around in a tent for hours and just do nothing, or just say, and I don't have time for that, and that's just not me. Well, I'm kind of like that too. When people talk to me, like when I would hear stuff about meditation, I'd be like, okay, this is all like people who are only vegan and only live in these really in houses that have that doesn't that everything is just organic and organic painting on the walls or whatever. I had this idea about meditation, like kind of a hippie thing, or I don't know. But in my mind, meditation is something where you have to like sit down for like 3 or 4 hours and like at a tree and not do nothing, and like that's not for me. But a couple of years ago, I came across a book that actually explained like shorter meditation, and it's called the Ziva method, and basically what I realized is meditation is not necessarily something that has to be very long for it to benefit you. So what I started out with was 10 to 15 minutes in the morning, and then 10 to 15 minutes in the afternoon, because not only does it recenter you, and we're going to talk about that a little bit more, but it also regenerates you. Like in the afternoon, when you have that, you feel like this afternoon is like not gonna end, and you feel kind of tired. Usually it's about 3 p.m. or something like that, where you're like, oh, I just can't get through the rest of the day, and I could even nap. I would have something, I would feel like that once in a while, like I could just like lie down and sleep right now. Well, meditation actually helps with that. It works just as well like as a power nap, basically. And I never could really do power naps because I can't really like shut down, I think, that quickly. So meditation worked really well for me. And as I said, honestly, I just did like 10 to 15 minutes every time, and it worked really well for me. I'm one of those people who will be like, all crazy, running around always, doing like a million things, having a million things to do, juggle one thing and another. I'm also a very emotional person, which I've been working on a lot. And I think meditation has this, it kind of brings you out of your head and into your body. Does that make any sense for you? Instead of having your brain just going like really fast and thinking, because I'm always like, so now I'm doing this, but I also afterwards I have to do that and I have to do that because I can't be late for this and that, and I have to get the kids there and I have to go home from work at that time because, so I'm always thinking ahead. And when you meditate, you're only in the now, but you're also only in your body. You're not like in your brain going crazy with all the stuff you need to do today. You're just in your body, and it really helps like getting stress levels down and get you down into your centered in your own body, your energy centered in your own body. And it really, really helps. So when I started out, I would do like 10 minutes waking up in the morning. Before I would wake up a little bit earlier. Not much, because I'm not those kind of people who wake up at 5 a.m. to do like a million things. I really like my sleep and I really need my sleep. So I'm not gonna, get up at 5 to do meditation. That's just not me. Anyway, it is what it is. So I would just get up just a little bit earlier. So I would have that time for myself before everybody would wake up and just do my 15-minute meditation. 15 minutes is not that much. So most of us can actually fit that into our schedule. You can also do it everywhere. Meditation doesn't have to be like, it has to be like a specific corner or whatever. No, just do whatever you want on your couch, in your car, whatever. You can even like leave for work earlier, and then instead of just going directly in the building, you could just sit and meditate for 10 or 15 minutes, basically. It's not really about where it is, or it's more having that time to start off your day. I really like to do it now in the morning, once everybody has had their breakfast and all that. I just go and do my meditation. It helps me after the morning rush, I would say, recenter, kind of, reset the whole energy, and then I'm good to go afterwards. And if I feel, actually right now I'm actually doing more 20-30 minutes in the morning, and then I'll do some more if I feel really, really tired in the afternoon. But maybe when you start out, you can start out just 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the afternoon, or 15 minutes. 15 minutes, you can usually take that out somewhere. So it's fairly easy. And it really, really, really helps me a lot with my energy, with also like my priorities in the day, basically. Once I'm getting out of this meditation, I'm usually like, okay, now I know what I need to do today. So it really helps me with that. So I would say, so you're all going to be like, okay, so how do we do this? Like, how do you actually do it? And maybe I'm going to do like a separate video if you guys are interested in that. But basically so you don't have to not think about anything. The Ziva method, I really liked her book, and I'm going to put a link to it if you want in the description. But basically, she just kind of described it as you sit down and then you think about your body and your feet, and you just kind of breathe in, breathe out, and you think about like you center yourself in your body, and then the sounds around you, and then maybe the smells around you. And then it's kind of, you can find a mantra, and you can actually find it yourself. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. It can just be a word that comes to you, like calm or love, or it can do whatever inspires you, or just, it doesn't have to be really, you just don't have to be thinking a lot about it, but just having a word that you think about, and especially in the beginning, will help you um, center yourself and your thoughts around your meditation. So she actually described it as like you go into a party, and I always like visualize it. Like I take my word in the hand and I go into this party, and in this party there's going to be people who are going to be wanting to talk to you, and you talk a little bit, but then you go back to your partner, which is your word. You can even visualize this actually while you're meditating. It helps, centering within yourself. And it's because you're going to have thoughts that are going to come into your head, and just let them go. Like when you're in a party and you talk a little bit and then you let people go because you're going, back to your partner or whatever, what you're doing. So it's kind of like that. You take your word with you, and then you're going to get, you're going to have a thought, and you get, okay, well, I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to go back to my word. I'm just going to kind of repeat that word in my head. And that helps me center. So in the beginning, 10 minutes is going to seem really long, but very, very quickly, it's going to be fine. Like within a week, if you do that every day, within a week, you're actually going to come more or less back to the surface around those 10 minutes. So I usually set a timer on my phone that'll bring me back, or like let me know that I'm done. But in the beginning, it seems really long. You're going to be, oh my God, just 1 minute is really, really long. But you very, very quickly get the habit of it. And it becomes much more natural. You just kind of have to just try it out every day for, 2 weeks, right? And see. And very quickly, you're going to see that it's going to become much more natural. But this thing about the word, for me, really helped because my brain is like all over the place, and I have a really hard time sometimes focusing on, something that calm. But it really helps. I just kind of take this word with me, and I'm just going to, once I have thoughts, I'm going to be, okay, now I have to get back to my word, my mantra, if you want. More, I think it's more technical, but just have to get back to my word, and I'm gonna just repeat that word in my head all the time, like not say anything, just in my head, and that helps me actually centering myself. I found that it's way easier to do it like that, for me at least, than concentrating on sounds outside of myself. Like if you're sitting at a beach, the water or whatever, maybe it's very personal, I don't know. But for me, it just kind of helps focusing my thoughts when I focus inwards, like within myself. I have that center within myself because it kind of grounds me as well. And that's kind of where you let go in the meditation. So this is something I really, I think it would have helped me a lot when the kids were small, especially when the twins were small, and I felt like I was drowning all the time. But honestly, it can really help also to put more focus on yourself. And so you're going to be like, oh, but when everybody is home, I cannot even have 15 minutes for myself. So what I do, because right now I'm also homeschooling and have kids at home all the time, which is sometimes great, but sometimes it can also, they can ask for a lot during the whole day. So I very often have like somebody will ask me something like every 3 or 4 minutes or something like that. It feels very, very quickly one after another. I just tell my kids, I'm like, okay, I'm going to meditate. So for the next 20 or 30 minutes, whatever, how long I'm doing, I'm not here. So you can watch a cartoon or whatever, but I'm just not here. Like, and they know now that unless there is like a vital emergency, like somebody's gonna die in the next 20 minutes, you do not bother mommy when she's meditating. That's just it. I mean, that's the boundary. Like, just don't come and see me unless it's really, really, really urgent and important. Like somebody has, opened their skull or something like that. Fortunately, it's never happened, but they kind of get my drift. So don't come and see me until I'm done with my meditation unless it's vital. And they get that. And they actually get by without me fine for 20 minutes or for 30 minutes. And it works really well. I also shut off my phone so I don't have like all the like messages and notification and stuff like that coming in, because that's also really distracting. And I just set my alarm and I just sit there and do my meditation, and I come out of it and I go back to my normal life. But now they know, like, mommy's meditating, just don't go and see her right now. And it works really well. Very often, if you need time off with all the kids at home to do your meditation, a cartoon or a movie or whatever is your friend. But everybody can understand that you need time off. And that is also something I think even for you is really important when you're in this journey of taking yourself, your own identity back, setting boundaries. Like, when you do this, I'm not available. I will be the rest of the day, I'm available to you, but just not this time. It sets some boundaries. And also for you, it teaches you to set boundaries for your family, for other people. So you will protect the time that is for you, for the things that you do just for yourself. And meditation is obviously just for you, but it's also so you can feel more energized and feel better when you go ahead with your day with your family, for example, or at work or whatever you do. So I think it's also like a training to say, no, right now, I'm just not here. Just forget I'm here. I'm in another room. I've closed my door and I'm just not here. And that's it. And I mean, if you start out for 10 or 15 minutes and nothing urgent normally should happen in 10 or 15 minutes that you go and shut your door. It's to your bedroom, for example. It's just, it helps you actually verbalizing that this is a time for me and I'm just not gonna compromise that. That's it. Because that helps afterwards setting other boundaries with your family, with your husband, with your whatever. It really, really helps you, so you're able to actually say, okay, well, this is a me time, so that's it. I'm not going to compromise. And maybe it's not a good time for you, but that is what it is. It helps you put you in on that path, kind of. It doesn't mean that you're not going to be available to them for most of the rest of the day. It just means that you actually know how to say no and say, this is not the time. That's it. And that's non-negotiable. I think that's really, really important in this journey, to know how to say no, because I've been really bad at that. I just kind of, all the things I wanted to do, I just would set them aside. Oh, but you need me now, so I'm going to set myself aside. No, now it's like, I need to do this. So you just have to wait. And usually there's nothing that is that urgent that it can't wait for 10 or 15 minutes. So really give it a try and comment, below if you have any questions, or if there's something you have issues with, if you try the meditation. And also just comment if you actually just do it and you find it works for you. I'll be happy to do like a video on more detailed on the meditation, but I'm not doing anything really fancy. I'm just sitting down, closing my eyes, taking really deep breaths and concentrating on myself and my word, but so it's just really, it has really changed a lot of things for me. Also, if you have a big family at home or just smaller kids or whatever, I have these headphones that will block out noise a little bit, and I actually put them on, not because I'm listening to anything in them, but just because it kind of helps me, center myself even more from outside noise. I'm not being brought into when I can hear them talking or whatever in the next room. It creates a kind of a distance, or it helps. It puts like all the other surrounding sounds really far away. So it helps me just put them aside and just focus on myself. So if you have those, you can use those. You can give it a try. You can just sit there but just try not to engage in the sounds that you will hear from the other people in your house. That was basically it. So that was kind of it today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I really, really hope you're going to try this, because this is really something I wish I would have tried before, I have to say. And I think can help a lot of you just coming back to yourself, basically finding yourself again. So let me know if you give it a try. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you liked this video. And if you did like this video, don't forget to subscribe and just leave a comment. I would love to hear your thoughts. Even if you have any subject you would like me to treat in videos, any questions, whatever, I'll be happy to do them. So I wish you a lovely day, and I hope you'll give this a try. And I'm going to come back tomorrow with some new things. So I'll speak to you tomorrow. Bye.